from a direct military source. And that's all I can say. That's all I can say. And I'm going to go ahead and get this out now before they shut us down or something. I mean, this is very serious what you're about to hear. I want you to understand this. In a West Texas county bordering Mexico, in the last 3 weeks, Mexican troops under the Security and Prosperity Partnership, and that's separately mainstream news confirmed that they're training with the U.S., went in and set up an ambush with the U.S. Army and Border Patrol for a particular cartel bringing drugs in on the U.S. side, over a half-mile in. The U.S. forces waited on the other side of a hill. The Mexican drug dealers came in, and the Mexican troops wiped them all out and killed them. Now, and there have been a bunch of these events, and that's why I can't tell you the specific county, because then that will identify the units. But you need to understand there is a full-bore war going on. Now, let's go back many years ago. I've been telling you the last 6 years because I have the sheriffs on. South Texas, West Texas towns are collapsing. It is blood in the streets. Former high-level DEA agent Shelley Castillo, 4.5 years ago here, said that Los Zetas was being trained by the U.S. military with Mexican troops, and that it's a drug war. You've got the U.S. banks and the Mexican government knocking out cartels that aren't laundering their money through them and that are shipping cocaine, heroin, and marijuana in that aren't laundering it. It's just what Afghanistan is. We're there, and Reuters even reported the Russians said, let's spray the poppy fields 2 weeks ago, and NATO and the U.S. said no, and there's more than 12 times what there was 10 years ago now coming in. Over 90% of world opium production is now in Afghanistan. It was down to less than 20% before 9/11. And so all this is, Mexico is collapsing because you have drug prohibition, and so that makes the price high, and you've got real drug dealers who aren't government-run, who are in there together, working together, attacking Mexican forces, Mexican federal forces, and others. And we had a state senator actually on last year, Burgess. You can go pull up that Republican senator, just go to YouTube, Alex Jones, Burgess. What's his first name? Michael Burgess. And he said, yes, secretly martial law has been declared on the border. This was over a year ago now. This was in early 2009. And he said there's secret military operations. Now, in December, that came out in the Dallas Morning News and San Antonio Express News and Houston Chronicle. It's a martial law situation in Arizona and Texas, not in New Mexico or California. Martial law has been declared on the border, and they are engaged in military operations down there, killing, allowing Mexican troops. Talk about a precedent. And I remember when Judicial Watch in 2007 sued to get the secret treaty between Vicente Fox, George Bush, and Martin of Canada. And this is in my film Endgame, but it's on judicialwatch.org's website if you want to read it. And they said, we'll use security threats, flu threats, and financial threats as a way to merge Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. And I have right here in my hands NLE 09, FEMA exercise, national level exercise, saying this year the United States welcomes participation of Australia, Canada, Mexico, the United Kingdom in, quote, taking on American terrorists. Now, I have a new secret FEMA document that they're threatening newspapers to remove of NLE 010 that deals with nukes going off in U.S. cities, right as Obama says the #1 threat is nukes going off. See, the feds, the intel we've got, aren't planning to do another Oklahoma City. They are seriously considering to finish their revolution against the American people, the offshore banks that want to collectivize our wealth and transfer it offshore. The commies are the bankers, boys. They are considering a nuke attack or 2 nuke attacks in the U.S. Now, I mean, I want you to understand something. Limbaugh is even talking about this now. We're going to be covering that coming up. So And he represents a large echelon of the establishment, but not this offshore group. So you've got an internal fight inside the military, inside the media. Look, America is about to die. If Obama's people can set off a nuke in the U.S., he'll be able to set up a dictatorship. Now, we got Mexican troops operating inside the U.S., killing people under U.S. control. The treason is getting worse and worse. We'll be right back.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Max, what did you do with the remote? Now what am I going to do? I guess I can go online to find a new one. Okay, here's a site, replacementremotes.com. Let us repair or replace any remote control. Well, I guess they can't repair this one. Thanks, Max. Wow, they have my original remote and an exact replacement that doesn't need programming. Hey, Max, here's the deal. I can use the coupon code ALEX for a 5% discount. ReplacementRemotes.com has all my remotes for my TVs and accessories. I can order online at ReplacementRemotes.com or call them at 336-377-2220. I wonder if they sell dog toys.
For all your remote control needs, visit ReplacementRemotes.com at 336-377-2220.
ReplacementRemotes.com. ReplacementRemotes.com. If you need a remote control, ReplacementRemotes.com.
One major world crisis away from having a totalitarian type of system.
The main event is the wholesale destruction of the world economy.
The push for every nation on the globe to identify and number all of its citizens.
Friends, I hope that you will order Shadow Government from Infowars.com. We also have some specials where you can get some of our other films half price when you order Shadow Government. A new level in production quality and in information. It exposes how a cashless society, surveillance, beast grid of total control is being put into place. This film needs to be seen. Everybody needs to get it. So order yours today. Show it to your friends, your family, your church, your neighbors, your boss, your employees. Shadow Government, ladies and gentlemen. Get your copy at Infowars.com today. Shadow Government. It gives Big Brother a black eye. Available at Infowars.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Hello, this is Alex Jones with some important questions. If you're going into a battle and they give you a rifle and a sidearm, how much ammunition do you want? My answer would be all I can get. In the battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your only ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it? Now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Can you buy it without proper identification? Will there be any food? Will it make your children sick? If there's a quarantine and you can't feed yourself, will you go to the gathering center and be immunized? You wipe out all these problems if you have a good food supply. Food is your ammunition to fight for your freedom and your life. How much will you need? We don't know. How much do you want? All you can get. I'm Alex Jones. I want all of you good guys to live to fight another day. Call 1-800-409-5633 or check it out on the web at efoodsdirect.com. Again, that number, 1-800-409-5633.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
We are back live. All this news ties together. The FEMA exercises, U.S. and Mexican troops in the U.S. killing drug dealers in cold blood, completely illegal, because if they can set the precedent for them, they can do it to anybody. This is how the British brought down China. This is how they use drug wars to undermine, take over the criminal gangs, and take over society. It ties in with Bill Clinton saying, I sure hope we don't have to have a terror attack in America to stop these Tea Parties, with Wolf Blitzer. And Limbaugh's come out and said it's an open threat to demonize the American people. Michael Savage is saying they may stage a terror attack. So it's not just Alex Jones saying it. Let's get that clear. People are finally starting to tell the truth. There's open calls to shut down talk radio coming out of the White House and coming out of the U.S. Senate. I mean, we're in danger. There's the Cybersecurity Act openly saying they may shut off the web as we know it. This is real. This is happening. Now, let me just cover this piece by piece because I keep mixing it all together because I've got all this incredible intel here. I'm going to walk through each section of it.